Hello, hello. This is my artifact episode number 2969. Today's date is like 22 December 2023. It's almost like night at 12:22 a.m. But basically, this artifact episode is belongs to 21 December. Okay. All right. So there are so many things to say. First of all, I just watched a movie named Same at Both Ways. Same at Both Ways. Let me confirm that. Is this correct movie that I watch or something else? Same at both way. There is a both way. Okay, in the end. Uh, so looking both ways. Okay. So this is the movie. So what is exactly is this movie? And actually, now this movie is kind of like a something really reminds me. Not remind me, but I don't know. It did something that's why I'm gonna tell you. That's why I'm gonna record. Like basically, this thing now. Today I'm not decided that I have to record my artifact episode. Okay, like after I ate my dinner, I just like it was so cold, fucking cold, and it's too cold right now. It's almost like a twin. It's almost like कितने बजे अभी? Like सुबह के just 12:23. Okay, it's just super cold here. Okay, I'm wearing two sweaters. Okay, just for recording this artifact episode because yeah, I really wanted to say so many things. Okay, so let's start from the beginning about this movie. Okay, so this is a movie about a girl. Like basically, she wants to be a kind of like a animator, animation kind of. She wants to be animate. Okay, she wants to be a cartoonist. Okay, she wants to be a director. She wants to be like a write, draw. Okay, uh, she was actually planning for all those things. Okay, in the high school, in lots of things. Okay, and after the graduation she decided that she have to go to LA, and then she have to work with any animation industry as a some sort of things, and then became some sort of animator. She was actually dreamed that she have to become that. But let me tell you one thing now, there is some sort of happened with her that like she's actually like did some sort of sex with some sort of guy, kind of like some sort of high school stuff, and because of that she was became pregnant. So this story is about the two situation where a girl became a pregnant and where a girl is not became a pregnant. So what if there is a girl became pregnant, so what is exactly happened to her, and what if she did not really get pregnant, so what exactly happened to her. Okay, so basically the life is actually split in two different way. There is a one way that she went to LA and then this and that and that. Another way is that she went to home and then she bring the babies and things like that. But I'm not gonna tell you a whole the story everything. Okay, but in the end all those ways, like it felt like something really like far away from each other, but after a particular period of time all those ways are interact at the same moment, and basically is that if I choose this, like if that girl became pregnant or if that girl became not that pregnant, both the way went at same situation and she became an animator. It's about kind of like the choices that we make. Okay, I'm not gonna explaining this thing and you don't really feel the gravity about the movie at this moment, but definitely I don't know whoever the person is actually reading this, listening this artifact episode. I don't know who might be listening this artifact episode. I don't know. Okay, but watch this movie. Look back. Look both ways. Okay, it's on Netflix. Okay, I don't know who directed that movie, but the movie is really good. So I'm not gonna talk about the movie in this artifact episode. No, it's this thing that ki yeah, in my life I do have some sort of choice that I make. Okay, and because of that choice, my life is actually drifted apart. Okay, that key might be I will be somewhere else, or might be something else. Okay, so there are so many situations happen that my life is actually changed. Okay, so first situation is that he in 2016, then on that day I I decided that ki after I complete my diploma I have to go to Bombay. Okay, but somehow I took the job in Nagpur Khaparkheda, and I'm doing a job. So basically is that ki what if I chose that ki I have to go to Bombay, then what would be my life? Okay, yeah, like if I went to Bombay, like at the beginning level it's kind of like a very difficult, money and resources and things, and that would be kind of like very very difficult. Yeah, I didn't really know what will happen, but yeah, this is actually happened if I if I just chose that I have to go to Bombay. Okay, this is a kind of like a first situation. Then uh then same thing happened in 2020. Okay, in 2020 I was doing a job, and but because of COVID I lost. I came home, I was so disappointed. Like I wanted to be a filmmaker, so that's why I wanted to go to Bombay. Okay, so this is what I decided, that okay, I have to go to Bombay in 2016. But maybe I don't know, somehow it's just like I don't really have that many courage, so that I took that. I don't know, but same situation happened in 2020, that key I have to go to Bombay. Then why don't you do it? Uh, at that moment in 2020, I was kind of like a thinking that key, am I able to do that? Okay, like basically going to the Bombay required some sort of money. Okay, and I didn't really have money. Like in 2016 I could ask money to my father because I was just almost like a 20, 24 maybe. Okay, and yeah, I do have that much kind of like a some sort of that I could do that. Okay, but in 2020, if I wanted to go to Bombay, it's not just kind of like a thing that "Okay, I just have a shot, then I just have to go." If I go to Bombay, I have to be win. I have to be successful, and for that, it required some sort of time. And I am really not gonna like. I understand every consequences that ki, what if I choose this? What if I choose that? Everything, from every possible result. I decided that I just have to go to YouTube. What if I decided that I have to go to Bombay? Okay, but I didn't decide. I just stick to the YouTube and just doing YouTube. Okay, so these are the two choices that I make. Okay, in my entire life, both the choices are meant for go to Bombay, but it's not. Okay, so I didn't really knew the what if I chose to go to Bombay in 2016, what would be my life? Or what if I could choose that go to the Bombay in 2020, what could be my life? Okay. But like let me tell you one thing now. This is not kind of like a choices. Like this is kind of like a something really very, I just have to understand that ki, the gravity of the situation and decide and things like that. Okay. So going to the Bombay required money. Okay. In 2016 you won't be able to afford that, and in 2020 you won't be able to afford that. You know, Like going to the Bombay required at least 2 lakh per year, and definitely your father won't be able to give it, and as also you won't be able to ask this money to your father. And what if you don't, like if you're not taking money from your father, then the the consequences would be even more harsh. Because of that, if you went to the Bombay without money, then obviously you are living in Bombay just for kind of like a surviving. You're not just living in Bombay, you are surviving in Bombay. Okay, and if you are surviving, then definitely at that moment you will lose your dream, you will lose your everything. In that movie, okay, the girl became pregnant or not pregnant is actually depend on that situation, and the life is changed with one's decision and not taking that decision. But it's just that in 2016, the like basically is this thing na, at that time you do have to choose that key, you have to take, you have to do a job. And in 2021 you kind of like chose a kind of like a something really very good decision. Okay, but I think that na ki, I don't know, I am not really sure that ki the whatever the decision that I chose in my life, is it good or bad, or is it something really, I am not really sure. Okay, I didn't really write my whole life. There is a one thing for sure that he just like that ki I wanted to be a some certain, I don't want to be a kind of like a person that doing a job. Okay, in both the choice. Okay, yeah. So either if I choose YouTube or either if I go to the Bombay, it's kind of like a something really, maybe all those things are happened at maybe kind of like a at same place at same time. Maybe in the future it will all be connected. I don't know. Okay, like basically it's this thing na ki uh, I'm actually thinking about that ki what will happen in the future. Like right now I can imagine that ki what is really happen in the future. I am thinking about a lot of stuff, what will happen in the future, this and that and that and that and that. I didn't really record this thing in artifact episode because it's kind of like a something really that key, I don't know. Okay, because I usually record artifact episode that key things actually happen to me, or things that I like basically is that I didn't really record artifact episode about my imagination, because I do have experience about my imagination, and I imagine a really a lot, really a lot regarding about my life is also a lot. Okay, so every time I talk about that imagination that ki I am doing this, I am doing that, I'm doing that, it's not good, because in the end I want it to be artifact episode based on reality, not in that imagination. Okay, so that's why uh, um but um at this moment, okay, I am 30, I am living with my parents after almost like a within a week, or within almost like a 10 days, this 2023 will be end, and new year 2024, like I will be in 2024. Okay, it's been almost like a 3 year since I lost my job. Like from the point of perspective, yeah, I am kind of like a something really a very pathetic, but in the end it good. Okay, in the end it's okay, koi baat nahi yaar. Okay, like maybe this is the thing that I chose, and yes, I'm not actually regretting about the anything. Okay, that key, like right now I'm good, right now I'm really good. Okay, Like at this moment I just like uh, my content making is really good. I do know how to make videos, and I have my execution style is really good. Okay, my subscriber is also really great. Okay, I have almost like a 182 subscriber. Okay, almost like a month ago I have almost like a 90 87 or 97 subscriber. But at this moment I just like basically this 97 subscriber took me almost like a 2 years to complete 97 subscriber. Okay, but within a month I get almost like a 100 subscriber. So like feels really good, great. Okay, not because just getting the subscriber, no, but I just feel like that ki the number of the subscriber that I get is kind of like I worth it because I make that kind of like good quality of video. I just work as of my day to make my video as good as possible as I can. Almost like I uploaded 300 videos for reaching this moment that I have to make good quality video. And every 300 video that I make was really crappy, really crappy. Okay, so and basically this thing ki after like almost like after a week there is a new year. Okay, I don't really do any goals in the next year. Yeah, every year I does that in 2020 in every year. Yeah, like basically every year since I'm recording artifact episode now, every year I decided that I have to do this next year, I have to do this, do that, do that. But this year in basically this 2024 I haven't really decided anything at all, nothing really. Yeah, just like I am not actually waiting for next year to be kind of like a something really good thing happen for me. If I want it to be a good thing happen for me, I just have to do it right now. Yeah, I don't have to wait for the year. So that's why I just think that this year, this resolution, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, like whatever the things that makes me really right for me to do it, I am doing it, and that is really good. That is really great. Okay, so I am not kind of like a something that ki scared of that choices that I make, or kind of like a something like that ki bad choices. No, it's really not. Okay, and in that movie, na, they actually tell us about the what is actually the human emotion required at some certain situation, this and that and that and that. It's a very tricky thing. Okay, but it's a really good. It's a really great. I don't know how should I supposed to. Uh, I don't know, dude. It's just like I don't know. Like you are actually hearing this thing from the future. Is it going to good? It is going to be good. Yeah. Like basically, I am completely believe in me. I'm not believing like whoever the person who's actually listening this thing in other side of the artifact, other side of this audio artifact. Okay, I am believing me, I am believing in myself that ki, yeah, I could be that kind of like a person that I'm actually imagine. I'm not really allowed to talk in artifact episode, but yeah, I could be that person. I'm very confident about that, very confident. Okay, and yeah, there is also one choice that I make. Artifact episode, dude. Like basically this artifact episode now, it's kind of like something really very important. I don't know like how I supposed to not talk about this thing. Okay, so I already mentioned that key how I started artifact episode. That but why is like let me tell you one thing now. There are the multiple version of me of kind of like a talking about this shit. Okay, so if I have a kind of like a choice that I can go back at 11th of February 2015, that night, if I could have a power, what would I supposed to do? I don't know. I am not like I will not do anything at all. I just look at me myself. Like basically, clearly remember that day what exactly happened. That he in the morning I didn't really know because I was doing some sort of study or maybe. But in the afternoon, um, I went at Vishal's place and we was actually watching some sort of photos with all those peoples. Okay, because at 9th of February we went to Chikaldara and I took a lot of photos because I have this fancy mobile phone Motorola G2 and I went uh, to the Vishal's place to watching some sort of photos that I took and photos really crappy. Okay, like basically it's every photo is really crappy, really crappy. Yeah, it look really cool in choti screen but it doesn't really look cool in the big screen. Okay, and photo is really not that good and everyone is actually blaming me that what the fuck that you photo took, it was so crappy. Okay, like there is no memory at all because everyone says that ki dude यार कितने गंदे फोटो निकल गए यार पूरी like I was literally like a like kind of like a something really that key. I don't know, it's definitely my mistake. Okay, and I just realized that key just completely fucked up that I think I came at home. Okay, and then my mother is actually shouted me about that key like you are spending a lot of time with your friend things, what are you doing with your education and this and that. I am really at that scared. Okay, so it's been almost like 8:30 maybe 8:30 or maybe I don't know 9:30. I don't know during the night. I just wanted to record this artifact. 11 February 2015, and I didn't really record this thing because at that time it was kind of like a something really very difficult because I haven't really done this thing before and I just decided that like I have to record as a video, so I just set up some sort of like a camera upside down so that flash is actually like it's kind of like a something like recording na, so I turn flash on because it's night na, and I started recording about this is my artifact episode. I didn't really like I was actually thinking about something else and I was talking about something else. I didn't really talk about that key this happened. I just talk about that key what is actually happened. I didn't really tell the emotions, the gravities and anything at all because at that time I don't know how should I supposed to execute that emotion. And uh, maybe that day is became kind of like a something really very important day in my life. Okay, what if I didn't really went to Vishal's home and we didn't really like I don't know, this meant to be happen, dude. This is really meant to be happen because let me tell you one thing now. I decided that I wanted to record artifact episode like in 1st January 2015. Like this is my resolution in 2014 that I have to started recording artifact episode, but I haven't really started record because like it doesn't give me that much push that ki हाँ मुझे record करना है. But because like let me tell you one thing, recording artifact episode is kind of like some sort of shit. At that time I'm not really inspired okay with anyone because at that time no one is actually doing it that. And It's kind of like something I don't know how should I supposed to do this thing. Okay, so I I thought about that. Okay, I'm doing it. That it's my resolution, but I never really did that till 11th February 2015. That I really need to spill out all my words, and then in 11th February I started record artifact episode, and if I didn't really didn't know it, just like I don't know, dude. It's just like that, na. Like, what if I didn't really went to the Vishal's place, but still, everyone went there. Okay, might be like I didn't really went there. अगर मैं वहाँ पे नहीं भी गया होता ना, फिर भी like मेरे दोस्तों ने like they will say that कि भाई तूने photos गंदे निकाले. Okay, so obviously I will get hurt when they say something like that. Okay, not that day. Maybe Artifact episode will not be recorded in the 11th February, but maybe it will record. Maybe it has started recording in 2000. Yeah, maybe it will start recording at the 12th of February. Maybe. Okay, but it will eventually happen. Yeah, and it's not that it meant to be happen. It meant to be happen because at that moment, na, like there is also another reason that I was actually fail in multiple subjects. Okay, I was so much stressed too because of that ki next semester I have to attend almost like a ninth of subject, and it was kind of like a very difficult to me to clear all those nine subject in one just semester because it's really not gonna possible. So I'm bitterly scared of all those things. Okay, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डर भी रहा था, and then I don't know, like I am actually imagining the every situation that what if I didn't record artifact episode, but somehow it did. Okay, it is did. Okay, might be if I didn't really went, like अगर मान लेते कि अगर मैं no, if I didn't really went to the Chikaldara at 9th of February that we decided that we have to go to Chikaldara, but what if I didn't really decide? What if I didn't really went there? So what would be that situation? I don't know, dude, but I definitely like basically this kind of like a thing ना कि ग्रुप में सभी लोग गए थे, dude. Everyone went there. Okay, and basically there is no reason to stop. There is no reason to kind of like a stopping me that ki I don't have to go to that trip. Okay, and let me tell you one thing. If I didn't really went to that trip, maybe I will start recording artifact episode maybe at 9th of February because at that time I didn't really have any more friend, and definitely I was actually failing multiple subjects, so I was bitterly screwed that. So maybe artifact episode is meant to be happen. It is meant to be happen. ये होना ही था. लाइक अगर 11 फरवरी नहीं होता तो मे बी 12 फरवरी या 13 फरवरी या मे बी जस्ट लाइक 9th of February, बट इट मेंट टू बी हैपन. ये होना ही था हर एक सिचुएशन में. Yeah, and right now where am I? Okay, and I don't know in the future what will be, but maybe future is also actually imagine that what if that moment, because everything is actually happened on that moment, and I at that time there is no choice at all, nothing really. Like I was actually thinking that what if I didn't really went to that trip, or what if like I was passing most of the exam, but from the every point of perspective, everything, it meant to be happen. Artifact episode is meant to be happen. Okay, what if I didn't really watch the Avatar movie? Because, but dude, Avatar movie is kind of like a worldwide. Okay, like a James Cameron is actually kind of like a doing lots of research of making this movie. Like basically, he was imagined this Avatar movie in 1983. Okay, but at that time there is no technology at that time, but he was started imagine that thing, and then in 2009 or maybe 2009, no, in 2011 maybe. Wait, let me tell you one thing. It's 2011, na? In 2011 maybe. Avatar Avatar 1. Okay, so this is where was it? In 2009. Okay, in 2009, yes, definitely. I saw this movie in 2009. I was literally kind of like inspired that key that what if I could start record this kind of like a video log that in the Avatar movie. But at that time I didn't really know what should I supposed to do that. Okay, then I watched the Avatar the Last Airbender, and then I picked the name that Artifact. Okay, I was literally I decided that I have to record Artifact episode. I was planning for this, but somehow it just didn't really work through all those things. But yeah, it is actually happened. It meant to be happen. I don't know, yaar. I'm looking at my every past, quitting a job, COVID, friends, shadi, lots of things. I was actually seeing all those history event that has actually happened with me. It meant to be happen. I meant to be here. I meant to be here. Record Artifact episode at here at this moment, so that I can be a कि confident enough for my future that कि हाँ like I am in that right position. कभी कभी ऐसे होता है ना कि आप लाइफ में कुछ गलत फैसले ले लेते हो या this and that and that and that, you realize that कि this is kind of like a some sort of mistake or this kind of like a thing, but no, that is not. Okay, 4 year of my life I was doing a job. I realized that कि this is kind of like a something really mistake, but no, this kind of like a 4 year of my job is actually realizing me that key what is exactly the discipline, what is exactly the work ethic. I understand the consequences. What if I went to corporate or this job and things like that. I am like is there is God exist in this world or in the universe? I don't know. I just want to thanks to the God, to the universe for giving me this life. My life is not end here. Okay, why is that kind of like a thing that kid this is my no, no, it's not. Okay, like I have so many things to do in my life, so many, so many. Okay, I was actually imagining this thing, yes. And because of I can do lots of things required a life, and that life is given a God is actually given that life to me. I just thank you, thank you, thank you. Should I say thank you? I don't know. Okay, like if there is someone who is actually listening, not in the Artifact episode, I'm not talking to you, the who is the person actually listening this. I'm talking to the universe, maybe. Okay, yeah, like whoever the person who created the entire universe, maybe. I'm talking to that. Okay, thanks to gave me this life, and it's kind of like a something really that ki I understand I understand that ki why I born here, why I understand that ki what is exactly the purpose of my life. And I am understanding the gravity of all those things in my life, every situation. And it will be kind of like in the future the situation would be not that much good, but I will enjoy will that moment. I will enjoy, definitely enjoy that moment. Good, bad, things worse, whatever. It gives life kind of like a some sort of unusual dish that you are actually feeling happy, sad, sugar, spicy, lots of things. Okay, thank you for letting me give this life on this planet, to this human, to this soul, maybe. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm talking like kind of like a something really. Uh, just fuck it. Alright, it's been cold here. Super cold. My hand is so chill. Entire mobile phone became chill. Alright. Okay, I didn't really talk about the project, but yeah, I did record today. Okay, and recording gameplay is almost like a 2.5 hour. I don't want to talk about this thing. I will talk tomorrow. All right. I'm really good, by the way. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Thanks.